All right, joining me via Zoom, he is the newest member of the Alabama Crimson Tide basketball team, SEC regular season champs, SEC postseason champs, and he's hoping to bring more hardware to Tuscaloosa next year. Nimari Burnett's on the phone. Well, Zoom, I guess, but what's going on, Nimari? How you doing, man?
I'm doing really good. Excited for the new journey.
Absolutely. And it is a new journey. And I would just ask you, you left Texas Tech about 4 or 5 months ago. We'll get into some of that stuff. And I want to get into some specifics about Alabama. But how nice is it to just know this is done? No more calls, no more DMs, no more Zooms, except for with me. How nice is it to just be done with it and to just know where you're going and really start preparing for that next step in your journey?
It's really good knowing that I'm done with it. I'm excited to get started with Alabama. And just got a free flowing, life ahead of me now, until I get there. So I'm just happy where I'm at, happy that, with the decision that I made, and I'm just excited for the next step.
When you enter I know every Alabama fan watching this knows, but when you came out of high school, you almost chose Alabama. Let me just ask that. I mean, how much did the relationship with the staff? You knew them, you'd known them for years. How much did it help when you actually did enter the portal that you knew these guys, you knew what they were about, you had been with them, you've been to Tuscaloosa, something that a lot of transfers that are in the portal this year can't say that they've been to the place that they're going to go. How nice was it for you to have that kind of relationship with the staff?
It was very nice to have that relationship with the staff. Happy that I was familiar with them, and knowing them for 3 to 4 years, before now, it was definitely an advantage, and even more of an advantage that I already visited Alabama. So I was one of the lucky ones. Like you said, everybody can't say that for themselves, and I'm just really happy that I had them recruit me. And as soon as I got out of the portal, I was like, I had a few eyes on a couple schools, and it was all mutual. But when they came knocking, it was almost easy, because I've been familiar with them and they've been recruiting me for a very long time. So it was kind of an easy decision.
When you did go into the portal this last time, the only time, but when you did go into the portal, what were you looking for in a new school? And ultimately, what was it about Alabama that made you choose Alabama?
I was definitely looking for a great fit. The style of play that best suits me on both ends of the floor. A coach that I can trust, and I feel I can trust Nate Oates. Just a system and a winning culture that Nate Oates has implemented over there at Alabama is what I was looking for. And being familiar with them was, the icing on the cake. So I was very happy for them to recruit me, and that's exactly what I was looking for coming out the portal.
So, something that I have said for months now is I don't know how, whether it's a high school player, a college player looking to transfer, can watch Alabama play this past season and say, I want to be a part of that. How could you not want to be a part of that with the way they play up and down? How much was that a factor? Because there's a lot of great coaches. There's a lot of great programs. I can't imagine there's very many places that look more fun to play than Alabama with the system that Coach Oates has been putting in place.
Fun was the exact word I was going to use. Like I always say, we played this sport, for those basketball players out there, we played this sport because we fell in love with it. It was fun to us. And I can just see Alabama and Coach Oates, that style of play, the fun, the up and down tempo. You can really see the joy on those guys' faces as they were playing. And I saw a lot of laughter and smiles. And, that's what the game is all about. You're at your best when you're having fun. And I saw that throughout. As soon as I entered the portal and started watching them, that's what I saw from all the way till at the end of March Madness. So it was good to see that. And, those questions don't even have to be asked because I saw it for myself.
Well, and I was going to ask, that's a really interesting point is that, you when you decided to leave Texas Tech, I talked a little bit to your mom and, I think you guys made a very smart decision to not rush into anything, not try to get anywhere for the second semester. So I'm guessing you probably had a chance to watch more college basketball than you normally would have to really get a feel for when you do land at that next place, what style of play, what kind of coach, what kind of fan base, what kind of teammates. Did you spend the last couple months watching a lot of basketball? I mean, I know you're training, I know you're still doing all the normal stuff, but were you able to watch more to get a better feel for what might be a good fit for you?
Definitely. Me and my dad made it, it's to where I have to watch, college basketball, in the schools that recruited me. So I just get a feel for them. This next time around, got to make the best decision possible. So, really looking in different schools and seeing, how I can fit in, seeing what type of guys it will be around me, was good to see. And I watched almost every game of the schools that were recruiting me. So that made it easier for myself because coaches can say things and show you or tell you that this is how it is, but sometimes it's not that way, and that's not the case with Coach Oates in Alabama.
What was I going to say? What for people? I'm sure every Alabama fan has pulled up film of you and watched how you play. But describe your own game for the Alabama fan that's never seen you play in person. Maybe only caught a couple highlights on YouTube.
For sure. I'm definitely a highly skilled guard who can play both positions, combo guard, moving without the ball. And I feel like I'm very underrated on the defensive end, better than advertised, and always looking to get better, always learning from others. A fan of the game, a student of the game. So always there and eager to, for more and work hard at all times.
How much, obviously Coach Oates, a lot has been made of the offense, but one thing he's talked to me about many times is, you got to be competitive on the defensive end as well. I mean, how much is there that push-pull balance of, like you said, you love having the ball in your hands, you love playing off the ball, but you're ready to compete on both ends of the floor? And the only reason I ask is because, I don't think people realize how good Alabama was defensively this year as well as offensively.
Defense has definitely become a major part of my game. I would say my junior year of high school, really, I showed myself that I can be a good defender. And, having, being a two-way player can, only be better for you and your team. So I feel like adding that to my game, my overall makeup of my game will only help me and help my team win. And that's the most important thing. And that's all I care about is winning. So seeing that Coach Oates, his main goal is winning as well, and see how good they were defensively as a unit, as a team, and, talking and being on the same page at all times was even better for me, and it attracted me more.
I know college basketball rosters kind of flip over pretty quickly and guys go pro and everything that goes on. Do you still know any of the guys there? Were there some of the guys that are there now there when you were being recruited? I mean, I know there's some new players. I assume Javon Quinterly was there, though. I'm trying to think of who else. Shackelford, maybe. Do you have any relationship with any of the guys that are currently on the roster? And if not, or if you do, have you been in touch with any of them since you committed?
I definitely have a relationship with Jaden Shackelford. I've known him like prior to even him going to Alabama. I knew him in high school, so it was we've been cool ever since then. I met Javon on my visit. He was super cool. Showing me around and telling me how it is and how much he liked it. And the new guys who are also committed with me this year have been welcoming with open arms, and all great dudes who want the same thing that I want is to win. So I'm very excited about the group, and I can't wait to get started.
How much, pressure's not the right word, but, the standard has now been set at Alabama. And I mentioned, SEC regular season champ, SEC postseason champ, Sweet 16. How excited are you to kind of continue like the upward trajectory of the program? Because, you're going to be coming in with a lot of talented players that are already in the program, players that are new to the program. How excited are you to kind of continue to build this thing, keep it going based on what the group this year did?
I'm definitely excited to continue to build. Alabama wasn't known as a basketball school, and I'm just looking to continue that basketball legacy and the tradition going, and be a part of something special. And I'm very excited to do that, not only for myself, but for a great coach who not only wants to win, but believes in his players as well, which makes it even better.
Very good. Last couple questions. First of all, what have you been up to of late? You and I were talking before. You've been in Vegas kind of training. What have you been doing the last couple months? You decided to leave Texas Tech. We get it. Wasn't working out. Wasn't the right fit for you. What have you been doing to get you ready so that you can full speed ahead once you get to Tuscaloosa?
I've been working super hard every 6 to 7 days a week, putting my head down and grinding, learning from things that, I watch film over, get better at myself, and continue to have that confidence and enjoy the game, which carries you so far in this game of basketball. So I'm having fun once again, and just getting better, working on every area of my game, improving weaknesses, sharpening strengths, and just continue to focus and study the game even more. Like I've been watching so much college basketball. Now that that's over, I've already been watching NBA, but I'm going to watch even more.
I was going to say, you pulling up YouTube of any NBA guys? I mean, who are the NBA guys that you look up to, you most try to model your game after?
I don't necessarily model my game after, but I try to pick up a little few things from these guys, and that would be like Kyrie, Damian Lillard, Kevin Durant, guys like that who are highly skilled offensively, and some of the things that Kyrie and Damian Lillard does still amazes me to this day. And I've become a Brooklyn Nets fan a little bit, even though I'm really a Celtics fan at heart. But just watching good basketball always attracts me, and those guys over there are definitely playing really good as of late.
All right, you'll bring some of the Dame time and some of the Kyrie handle to Tuscaloosa this fall. Last thing, I mean, how excited are you to get started? What do you hope to bring to the program? And just, I know you're going to be down there, believe it or not, in a couple weeks for summer school and everything. I mean, how excited are you to just get going and get this thing started?
I'm very excited. Already having a go around at college basketball last year. Only preparing me for an even better year this year, and just going in there and having fun. I'm very excited. I love the coach already. I'm very excited to get to know the guys that I don't know, and just build a bond, a relationship. A camaraderie that will help us win many games this year, and beat the year that they had last year. So I'm very excited to be a part of it.
Love it, love it. Nimari Burnett, he is the newest member of the Alabama Crimson Tide basketball team. My man, I know it's been a crazy few months for you. Glad you're settled. Best of luck. I'm sure we'll talk sometime along the way, but thank you for the time, okay?
Thank you as well.